Monday. Got the vlog compiling right now. I'll get that uploaded to YouTube shortly. While that does its thing, the 3D printer is printing some red squares now. The black ones are all ready to go. I've got 2 more colors to print after this before I get them loaded on the website. I've got some shirts to work on while all this stuff does its things. Fun fact, last week, if you guys remember, I was having issues with my Wi-Fi. So everything is fixed now. It was actually a 2-part problem. So the tech came out and fixed part 1. But part 2 was happening simultaneously, coincidentally, and I had no idea. So once the tech finished their thing, I was able to figure out that there was some other problem going on. So the problem was, I had just bought this USB hub. This is a USB 3.0 hub. Now, the issue with this is that USB 3.0, that particular speed, and 3.1, they emit noise in the same range, the same radio frequency that Wi-Fi works. So it emits noise at 2.4 gigahertz, and that actually can interrupt your internet signal to your computer if it's far enough away from your router, which mine is. So even after like wrapping it in tinfoil and moving it far away from the computer, it was still enough to prevent my computer from being able to stay connected to the internet. So it would connect and then drop off and then connect and then drop off. It was driving me insane. However, I ended up buying this new hub here. It's a USB 2.0, so it's not as fast, but it doesn't shut down my internet every 5 minutes, which is great. If you're wondering what that noise is, the dog has this puzzle ball that she figured out if she keeps it in her crate, she can push it all around without losing it. So she has to figure out how to get treats out of the ball. Anyway, so continue, please, by all means, interrupt yet another story. No one seems to mind. Okay, time for the verse of the day. I'm on fire right now, people. Can you tell? I'm like operating at a speed that is just unheard of for me. Woo! Okay, let's go. Psalm 51:10. Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Take that out into your day and go have a good one. Really? She's barking now. I swear. Okay, anyway, see ya. I'm done for the day. I got all my apparel orders filled, so those are done for the week. I got the parts cut for the toe kick for the buffet. So this is upside down right now. I'm using 3-inch poplar for the toe kick with mitered corners. And why am I using hardwood? Well, because I think it looks classy, I think it's a nice touch, and because I'm going to be cutting this detail into the front portion of the toe kick. So I really didn't want all this to be exposed plywood. Yes, I could edge band it, but no. Poplar for the win. It's going to match the face frame. It's going to work. Trust me. It's all going to be painted anyway, so you're not going to tell. But anyway, I got the design all marked out. I'll probably show you guys a video tomorrow on how I marked that out without using a template or anything fancy at all. You don't need fancy things to make fancy things. Anyway, there is this knot right here, which I'm thinking ahead and making sure to cut out with that detail. So if you have less than perfect lumber, which, let's be honest, almost none of it is perfect, you have to work around your knots. So plan it into things like this, or try to avoid it if you can. If you can't, then hey, you put epoxy in it, and then when it doesn't cure, you want to cry. This stuff has gotta be cure. I mean, it's like rock solid on the outside. I mean, come on. I will get back to you, by the way. I'm just giving you more time. I don't trust you. I don't. What do you want from me? I don't trust it. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Have yourselves a good night. Bye. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I cut the detail into the toe kick already. It just needs to be sanded nice and smooth and to the line, and a couple of spots where I was a little shy with my bandsaw cutting. Since I had the bandsaw fired up, I figured why not cut up a few bottle openers. So I've got some black walnut, cherry, and tiger wood. Yep, still have 3. It's good. I have a whole stack of them there anyway. Anyway, I've got a bunch of other stuff I gotta get done, so I'm not gonna talk to you. See you later. Bye. Another busy day in the books for me and my co-pilot. Say hi, Mocha. Anyway, I will see all of you tomorrow. Have yourselves a good night. Bye. I guess I can check in once today, just to say hey, and to give you guys the verse of the day, which is 2 Timothy 4:17. But the Lord stood with me and strengthened me. Okay, I'm getting blood on the verse of the day. That's not a good sign. But you know what is a good sign? The hutch is coming along nicely. That is the buffet portion of it. There will be a cherry countertop on it, and then the actual hutch will be above it. So yeah, I gotta work on some doors and a drawer and all that good stuff, and I got a ton to do on it. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, these days I just leave you hanging. I don't know. Alright, bye. What can I say? You're just getting one check-in again today. I just putting my head down and going. Got a lot to do, got a lot on my mind, got a lot to think about, and today involved a ton of brain power, so I am pretty sapped. I spent a lot of the day just doing math and planning and working on order of operations, because I've learned from doing enough projects at this point that order of operations is crucial, and you can't plan enough for it. I mean, yes, you can overthink it, but you have to plan because you save yourself so much time. Like with all of this, everything is sanded. Everything has been pre-sanded. All the edges have already been rounded over before I even installed it. That's the kind of stuff that I'm trying to really, really make sure that I'm getting a handle on before I'm like, oh crap, now I gotta fit in there and do that. Anyway, I got all of the rails and stiles cut for all 3 cabinets and the drawer. They're all just rough cut to length, so they need to be cut to final length and then have all the joinery done on them. I do mortise and tenon on all of them, so that's for that. Whew, man, okay. I got all of the parts cut for the top portion of the hutch, so you can kind of see it there. This will be the back, top. Yeah, I think you can handle that one. So yeah, I got all the joinery marked out on this. I'll hopefully work on that tomorrow, along with the joinery for the rails and stiles. And it's just moving right along. Moving right along. Once this is assembled, I'm hoping to get everything ready for paint, and then I'll start moving on to the countertop. This backer is going to be covered in beadboard, cherry beadboard, to match the cherry countertop that it will sit on. There's going to be 2 stationary shelves in it as well, topped with crown molding, edged with fluting. It's going to be fancy. It's going to be real fancy. It's going to look very good. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. I just realized I forgot to give you guys the verse of the day. So, here we are. It would be helpful if it was the right side up. 2 Corinthians 13:11. Rejoice! Strive for full restoration. Encourage one another. Be of one mind. Live in peace. And the God of love and peace will be with you. That's all you gotta do, apparently. There you go. Okay, now for real this time. Bye. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm working on the rails and stiles right now for the 3 cabinet doors and the drawer face. First thing I'm going to do is cut all of them to their exact lengths using my miter sled. And then when it's time to do the joinery for them, it's all mortise and tenon. I'm actually going to keep this exact setup. I'm not going to swap it out for a dado blade, even though that would be quicker and easier. It wouldn't be as accurate because I wouldn't be able to use this sled for it. I don't have a second sled. I just have the stock miter gauge that came with the saw. And I don't trust that as much as I trust this. So I will take the extra time to do it more accurately, more precise, more good. Yes, yes, okay. All right, I'm gonna get to that. I'll see you guys later. Bye. I'm wrapping up for the day, probably not the week. I will most likely be in the shop just for a little bit tomorrow, but mostly working on house projects. But before I check out, how about I bring you the verse of the day? We are in Psalm 71, verse 14. As for me, I will always have hope. I will praise you more and more. Amen. All right, have yourselves a good day. Okay, bye. Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. This morning I am mostly just working on some house projects, although I did take some time to get the third and hopefully final epoxy pour done on the walnut slab table. I gotta tell you guys, I do not wish this on any of you. I hope that none of you ever have to deal with something like this. Digging out semi-cured epoxy is an absolute nightmare. It's hard enough to snap razor blades, yet sticky and soft enough to get all over everything. It just gums up on your fingers, your razor blades, whatever you're using. I was using nails, toothpicks, whatever I could find to dig it out, like that was cheap that I could just throw out because there's no salvaging it after that. That was miserable. I pray that you do not have to experience that. Just please learn from me, don't use that epoxy. Anyway, I gotta get back to doing my house projects. I've got a 3D print running right now. But first, let me give you guys the verse of the day. We are in 1 Peter verses 3, 1 Peter 3, verses 3 and 4. Okay, it says, your beauty should not come from outward adornment, such as braided hair and the wearing of gold jewelry and fine clothes. Instead, it should be that of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is of great worth in God's sight. I'm a strong believer in that one. Yep, beauty comes from inside, not outward. So stop using filters and all that crap. You're beautiful. Okay, bye.